Obviously, our effort was tremendous to hold them to as big a team as they are. They only got 5 offensive rebounds out of 31. So, so they're around 15%. The second thing, 24 assists to 6 turnovers, is something I'm extremely proud of. Our screening and our passing were excellent. And in fairness, when you shoot the ball like that at home, you're gonna win. You combine it with great defense, you're gonna win it. You're gonna win easy. And I was just thinking walking in here, we've played 3 straight years, and they got a different team every year. I've had 2 point guards in the last 5 years. Steve's got every year we play. He's got a different point guard. He's got a different best player. So, it takes time to build teams. And he's got. I'm looking at his lineup: Riley, Brown, freshman, Hands, Wilkes, sophomores. Obviously he's relying a lot on Hill and Cody Riley, Singleton, Bernard. They're all freshmen. So it's just a first road game for them. Obviously a tough night, but really proud of our guys, our effort, and our crowd obviously was, once we got it going, the crowd was awesome.
Did you think you could out-rebound that team by 30?
No. I thought our effort in the first half, there was about 4 rebounds where they had it. They had position, they had length, and our guys just kept scrapping and knocked it out of their hands, and then we got the loose ball, which I thought those were huge, because if they grab it and dunk it, they're still in the game. When we went on that run, there was at least 4 of those where somebody found a way to, even Kane Broom's down in there fighting and scrapping for the ball. So our effort was awesome.
What did you say in that first media timeout after they had a pretty good first couple minutes?
Well, first of all, we act like we didn't know they were going to try to push the ball at us. That was, but sometimes you haven't played a team that runs like they do. It's a little bit of a shock. But we couldn't get organized. We weren't organized defensively. And our whole thing is, for us, that's why I didn't even press tonight, because I was so concerned about keeping them in the half court and getting organized. Because when we're organized, we're excellent in the half court defense. So that was my whole thing about finding a way to get organized. Because even when you're not, you're going to give up shots, and then we gave up 4 points. 4 of their first points were second chance points. So when they came that first TV timeout, they had 2 putbacks. So, and it was all just we were never organized. So that's really what we were talking about in that situation.
He's one of the best games Nysier ever played.
Yeah, but hopefully he's got a lot more in him. I thought he had 2. We ran. Moses is a freshman, so we tried to go with a couple cross screens on him. Hopefully he didn't see him coming. But Nas finished twice on those plays. Great screens by Jaron, great entry passes, but those are 5 big points when we were pulling away. The more Nas learns how to compete and play at a high level with his size, he's got a chance to be a major factor in our conference. Give himself a chance to have a career after here. He's got to keep working on his athleticism and his competitive cardiovascular toughness, I would say.
They're not the same player, but to be able to bring Ellie in when he gets into foul trouble.
Oh, it's huge. Well, the other thing, you're bringing in a sophomore for a junior. Steve's on the other end putting in freshmen for freshmen. So, but it's a big factor. Ellie's in the league. So you look at those guys, and they played a combined 33 minutes, and they had 11 rebounds and 16 points. That's high production. 6 for 8. They're 6 for 8 from the field with 11 rebounds. And you guys, Ellie is just getting to the point where we've been able to change the splint on his left hand on the finger that he broke. So he's still not really where we can throw him the ball a lot. We just didn't publicize it early. But the first month he played with a splint on his left hand.
Keith again. 19,
Keith told me it was Michael Jordan flu night for Keith Williams. The things these guys say is fun. It keeps you young. So I couldn't even talk to the team. I was laughing so hard in the post game. He's got to breathe right on. He said he knew that. He said that he was walking back. He was coached December 19th, 2018, flu night for Keith Williams. I think Jordan had more than 18. And I don't think he banked in 2 threes.
He's good. That's a regular shot for him. He's made like 5 of them.
Hey, well, you know, his development is key to our team. You know, him and Trevor and Kane and Logan and Rashawn, all those guys. So, you know, we just got to keep trying to get better and make sure we continue to develop those guys. Obviously, Jaron had he was huge in the first half. What, he had 19?
As impressive as he was, is this starting to be almost expected?
You know, I think it's just a process of learning how to, you know, he knows now I'm trying to get him, he knows where I'm trying to get him involved. And some teams play him differently. You know, so he's got to do a better job of passing against a team like Mississippi State. It's all over him. You got to get fouled. You got to be a better passer. Some teams, if they're going to stand there and let him shoot, he's got to shoot it.
You have to remind Nas to play offense.
At times, yeah, he didn't. Nobody ever threw him the ball. He was, you know, when we signed him, recruited him, like they never threw him the ball. Never. He played with Trayvon Duval and some other high-level guys, and his job was to block shots and get out of the way on offense. So it's been not only has it been teaching him, it's with confidence as well. So I keep trying to tell him, you know, he can be as good as he'll allow himself to be with his work ethic. Keep trying to build his confidence on offense. But literally, he never touched the ball, and he played at prep schools with high-level guards, so he didn't touch it all summer, and he didn't touch it all winter. You know, unless somebody was working him out, he never got the ball in real games.
A lot of talk after the Mississippi State game. They go 12 for 23 from 3, and even in the rankings, 12 for 21.
Well, you know, coaching's a lot easier when the ball goes in. It just is. You know, when you're over there trying to draw it up into the basket and you're struggling, coaching is a lot harder. You know, I know.
Was it a good night to be on tonight?
Yeah, well, it helped. It helped. But I thought the key was we had to turn them over, which we did. They had 8 or 9 at half, and try to get out and get some baskets, get moving in transition. You know, we had 0 fast break points the other night. It's an area where I got to do a better job, and we got to continue to improve. But it helps when the ball goes in. You know, instead of worrying about how to stop the other team, it's nice when they can't stop you. It's like an off night for the coach, to be honest with you.
Justin, they came out pretty quick and started fast. What did you guys talk about in that first timeout, immediate timeout? How'd you come back and change it?
We got to change our defensive intensity. You know, we got to pick it up on the defense end because, you know, they scored every time, you know, they came down the court. So once we picked up our defensive intensity, you know, that's murder she wrote.
Nas, that and one you got seemed to really get you going and get everyone else going.
Yes, sir, because I just been having a lot of hard times fitting the ball in the hoop. So it felt good to see it go through and then complete the play with the +1.
What was so different for you tonight? You seem like really in control.
I just been really trying to like just focus on more so what coach want from me, and like sometimes I go away from being an offensive presence sometimes in some games, like just as the game go on. And he just been trying to drill in my head. I just need to be an offensive player and a defensive player, of course, at the whole 40 minutes of the game.
Justin, how much of a spark is it when Jaron comes out like that and is looking to cut somebody's heart out, as Mick says?
Hey, that get us all going. That's what we be wanting to see all the time. So once he get going, that get everybody else going.
Did you feel like you guys were going to have to hit outside shots because of their length, or did they just happen to fall?
They just happened to fall. You know, some nights we had to go ahead and play inside out, but, you know, our 3 was falling tonight.
So it wasn't necessarily the game plan to
No, the game plans usually come in and take what the defense give you. Coming in, making shots and, making sure we hit the right people and making the shot.
Did you sense this was coming Saturday night, Mississippi State? That doesn't go so well. You guys get on the plane and a couple practices. You feel coming into this, UCLA is a big name, but you out-rebound them, you outshot them.
Every game is a very serious game, especially in this gym. Like, it doesn't matter who steps in here. Every game, or where we step at, every game is very serious. We try to prepare for it the best way we can. The coaching staff do a great job with their scouting reports, and we just try to follow the game plan every game.
It looked like the first 5-6 minutes, Brown, with his length, kind of altered some shots and got into you guys a little bit. Then you had the AM1 and Keith gets the dunk. Did it kind of that settle everybody down that you can get at him and then get the ball in the rim?
It's a 40-minute game, a long game, for a lot of shots to go in or out and a lot of shots to become rebounds. So we just play hard.
You played these guys last year. I know some of the players. Do you feel like they were surprised by your toughness? Didn't expect it?
A lot of people are surprised by our toughness because our defense is it's something special. Like, nobody know what it is, but it's something special though.
It's coming out of halftime. You guys were up 17. You guys pushed the lead well over 20 and 30. What was coach talking about at halftime? Consistency.
40 deflections, going to keep us with a win and a good win, not something that's becoming sloppy. Because most teams tend to, as they come up, if they up 20 at half, they get relaxed, and some teams might come back, and it's a team that could very well come back.
Last question. Justin, you guys finished the stretch 4-1 in this 5-game stretch. Keith Williams, 15-plus points, 4 out of the 5 games. I mean, what do you mean you guys are in this stretch?
Like I told y'all before, I'm proud of him. Like I said, he came in, since the first game, thinking defense first. Defense first, turning to offense. Once he get that mentality, and he always keep that mentality, he going to keep playing well.
40. I think it was like
41.
41.